Guess who just recorded an entire episode of PopCast and forgot to hit record? It was this guy. It was me. I did it. This guy. Hey, welcome to PopCast, a crowd-sponsored yo-yo show. My name is Dr. Popular. I am sponsored by you, by people on Patreon like you. Patreon.com/DocPop. Huge shout out to Greg Knowles and all of my sponsors. I've got 50 sponsors over there right now, which is, I think, the most I've ever had. I really appreciate your help. Yes, Patreon.com/DocPop. Let's talk about yo-yoing. First off, what's this? Whoa! It's a glowing yo-yo. This is the Luma Yo by Lewis Dodge. Lewis actually donated a Luma Yo to a PopCast watcher, to someone who was watching this. It could be you. You might win this yo-yo. Or actually a brand new one, not this one, because this one's mine. Stay tuned to the end of this episode to find out how to win one of these guys. Ooh, my hands are glowing. So let's talk about some tricks. Let's talk about Bendy style. This week I really wanted to talk about Bendy style. Bendy style is what I call anything that looks like this. Anything that looks like a normal trick, but you have to bend your hand. Like maybe you go here, right? Very simple concept. A lot of the Bendy style is pretty much just thinking of a trick, thinking of double or nothing, for instance, and then thinking about how can I do that over here. That's pretty much all that you're doing. It's just problem solving. Bendy style usually starts off like, let's talk about with and Bendy style is just what I call it. It's similar in some ways to what some people call ape style. In ape style, it's bending, but they're like bending their fingers inward, so it's like like kind of. Don't screenshot that. So Bendy style is just what I call this stuff. One of the easy kind of ways to get started with Bendy is just to think about a trapeze and bring your hand backwards and put it behind your arm. The string's behind your arm now. Your finger is pointing backwards. From here, sun. So from there, I'm just kind of doing this, which will take the twist out of my string, because when I go backwards, I'm getting a twist. And then when I go forward, the twist comes out. So once you get used to just what this feels like, and once you kind of see how everything's supposed to look, you're ready to do the actual mount. And when I do the mount, I actually do it as one fluid move. I don't like to stop. You can, but I really like to just kind of do that as a little mount. So you're going to do a trapeze, but you're going to turn your hand backwards. Remember how you turned your hand backwards here. You're just going to do that same thing. You're going to go here. All right? The string is hitting your finger, but you're going backwards with the yo-yo, and you catch. So when all those things go together, when your finger is backwards and the yo-yo lands, I like to just swing. Now, if you're doing Bendy right, you should never have a twist in your string. You should always end up basically in something like this. If you're getting a twist, just pay attention to your finger and see what you're doing, because there's actually like a little twist I'm doing here that's getting that twist out. So it's not that I'm doing something magic, it's that I'm doing something super subtle. As I'm going around, I'm bringing my finger in and twisting. So yeah, with all this stuff, if you end up with a twist, just look and see what you have to do to get out of that twist, and then figure out how to add that motion into the play, into the trick itself. So that's Bendy trapeze behind your non-throw hand. Let's talk about doing the same thing over here. Just like before, to get used to it, I like to go and just move the yo-yo back. I don't try to land it there. I just try to see what everything kind of looks like when I want to go backwards. So now we're going to get into that motion, but I like to do it from a trapeze, bring it close, hop, kind of like a little fly hop. Now I'm behind my arm, and I sun out. Again, no twists. All right, now I think one of the hardest bendy mounts is the bendy 1.5 mount, which looks like this. That is 1.5 kind of start. You're gonna mount the yo-yo onto the string just like usual. The only thing is you're going to bring your hand under. And now my non-yo-yo hand is behind my shoulder, my elbow, and I'm going to mount up. When I mount, I don't pause. I try to keep that momentum going all the way around into a 1.5 mount. So mount, around. You know, I wasn't planning on doing the whole show with this yo-yo. Sorry if it's obnoxious. I'll put it on light mode, less bright mode. Oh, there's different settings too. There are rainbow. Let's do rainbow. Rainbow. All right. So back to the 1.5 mount. Around. Finger rotates out. Mount on this string. Bam. Yeah, I think that's going to drive some of you all crazy. Not the mount. The mount itself, I think, is pretty easy. It's what happens next. You don't want to wait here. You're kind of in this little 1.5 or Mach 5 right here, but you don't want to wait here. You want to continue going around. So all in one motion. Don't pause. Can't stop, won't stop. Flourish. Okay, I don't want to gloss over that trick, but I feel like I'm gonna have a hard time showing that trick on video, that little outro. Sorry about that. Let's talk about bendy mounts aren't just side style. Bendy mounts can be done from the front. For instance, there's this is my variation of boomerang. Like boomerangs usually look like this. I just catch and throw out, mount, throw out, mount, throw out. Well, you can do that from the side too. And again, all you're doing is just figuring out, okay, so this is what it looks like. What if I turn my hand? What if I bend my hand, right? So there's plenty of room for making up new bendy tricks. Anything you do, boing boing for instance, you can do boing boing, you can do nanda kanda. Whatever you can think of. Think about just bending your arm. What does that mean? How does that change the trick? All right, one more attempt at a bendy tutorial here. Let's talk about, we were mostly focusing on going over the arm with everything, but you can actually bend inward. So you can do a mount like that, a trapeze mount, where you're pointing your finger inside, and you are going behind your left hand. So usually you go in front, right? And you catch like that. Well, here you go behind, catch. So that's just another form of bendy. All right, I think that's enough of the tutorial. Yeah. Oh, rad. I just got a notification. It's time for an Aerotech string drop. So I'm going to go buy some Aerotech string. I'll be right back. String time. Do, 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 do. Hey, thanks for enjoying. Okay, let's stock up on, refresh. What the? Yeah. Hypergo right there. Let's just do 10. And 9's the most I can do. Okay. Maybe that's too many. All right. right. Let's get some slims. 1, 2, 3. Add to cart. I bought some string on the internet. I love the internet. So if you want to win a Lumayo for yourself, go to patreon.com/docpop, find the Patreon post with this video on it, the video you are watching right now. Find this video and leave a comment there on patreon.com/docpop. And in January, I will randomly give one of these away, a brand new one, not this used one that I've been using, and it smells like me. You'll get a brand new one that doesn't smell like me. Just leave a comment on patreon.com/docpop for this post. Okay, one more thing. Last month, I did a PopCast about responsive freehand play, and I have been playing this way ever since then. I love this style so much. I feel like I'm learning how to yo-yo all over again. I feel like I look like a noob, but I've been doing this for 4 months now, combining, responsive and freehand play. And about 2 months into that process, I got together with Kyle Nations in St. Louis, and I showed Kyle a lot of the fundamentals of freehand responsive play. And since then, I feel like I've gotten better. I've learned a lot. I feel like a lot of people have watched the video and learned something from it. But the thing is, the views are still like under 300 views. And I think it's one of the best topics I've done in a long time on PopCast. So check out last month's PopCast video, like my guide to responsive counterweight play. I swear it's worth it. If you are a freehand player and if you have a responsive yo-yo, it talks about the difference between this and this, which is way harder. All right, that's it for this week's episode. Thanks so much for watching PopCast, episode, I'm going to say 34. Huge shout out to, again, all of my Patreon sponsors. Thanks to you for watching, and thanks to Lewis Dodge for donating a Lumayo to one of y'all. So now that you've seen the video, go to patreon.com/docpop and leave a comment. We'll see you next month. There it is. Bam. Whoosh. Ting. Ting.